You are listening to Hey Pal, What's New with John, Alex, and Greg. Hey Pal, What's New is a product of Sack of Sin Entertainment. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all other social media platforms.
Bloody damn
Hey
it!
Pal, What's New can be found on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and all other podcast locations. Or check us out at sackofsin.com or heypalwhatsnew.com. Warning, Hey Pal, What's New contains explicit content. John, Alex, and Greg are a pair of vulgar Gen Xers. If you are easily offended, please stop listening and go download a nice tame podcast like
The Multiverse Fancast.
You Have Been Warned.
How will you explain that? How will you explain that?
It's fine.
I'm fine, you're fine.
Everybody's fine.
Yeah.
It's so good to be back.
How will you explain that?
I can't explain it. It's Hey Pal, What's New, everybody. We're back in the saddle again, which we'll get to in the music department.
It's also good to be.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. But yeah, we missed you guys. We missed each other.
God.
So yeah, my name's Greg, and that's JohnAlex over there. And yeah,
This fat, sweaty mess over here.
That's fine. It's fine. It's not too bad. I mean, come on. Think about all the. We'll do the.
Back in the days when I was young.
I mean, how many times did we live in shitty apartments with no air conditioning?
Oh, I
With a
still live in a
box fan.
shitty house with no air conditioning.
Well, you know, you have you have that freaking thing.
Oh, but dude, that portable one, like, if I'm upstairs and that one's on, and then it's gonna drive me crazy.
Oh yeah,
If
of course.
that one's on and I'm watching TV, but I'm playing PlayStation and Anastasia's on her computer down here, because they're all on like the same circuit.
Okay.
It's just like I'll be playing Call of Duty and everything turns off. I'm like, fuck.
Oh.
Fucking blows the breaker every time. I have to choose PlayStation or air conditioning.
That's a tough. That's
So
a Sophie's choice right there.
It is. I got a little fan on me. Well, I'm playing this stupid game I play online, Colonist. It's funny you say that. It's like a knockoff version of Settlers of Catan.
Okay.
And this guy was like kept taking forever on his turns. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is taking you forever? He's like, I'm sorry, I'm holding the baby and playing on the phone. I was like, well, drop one of the two. I go, I know it's a real Sophie's choice there. He goes, well, can we hurry up? There's a baby crying on the floor now.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is tough. I mean, luckily our apartment is so small that it's like an icebox. Like, we just have that one air conditioning, and it just, like, there's literally times I go out to have a cigarette, and I come back in, I'm like, ooh, it's chilly in here. It's like,
Yeah.
It is really cold. But it's also been fucking swampy out for the past couple of days. But
It's so bad that my air conditioner keeps going, like, turning off and going, like, can you please, because it's a portable. It's like, can you please empty the moisture tray from the bottom? Like, hook a hose up so it can drain, please.
oh, it's kind of like a dehumidifier. It's got like one of those buckets.
Well, yeah, because you know how your air conditioner, like, drips outside the window? This has no place to drip. So it's got, like, a tray in the bottom, and what it's supposed to do is there's, like, a fan down there that blows across it to evaporate the water.
Okay.
But when there's so much moisture that you can't evaporate it fast enough, it's like, hey, we can't cool the air anymore until you get rid of some of the water in me.
Yeah, I try to pretend like I think about when I was younger in those little shitty apartments and, you know, the lack of air conditioning, having the box fan and sweating your balls off. So
Sure.
I'm like, all right, well, I can take it for like an hour or so, you know, but yeah, it's been brutal. But hey, man, it could be worse. You could be down south, but yeah, we've been
What?
away.
Why?
We've been away for.
what's down south?
Well, you were down south.
Oh,
I don't want to
I was
blow
in-
the fucking lead here,
Dude,
but
I was in fucking Texas.
deep in the heart of Texas.
The stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Well,
Bloody damn it!
Pee Wee Herman throwback there.
Yeah. Excuse me, can you tell me where the Alamo is?
Dude, I had a fucking week.
Yeah,
Well,
we both had some crazy freaking weeks, man.
It's been 2 weeks since we've done a pod because...
It's been... I'm not going to do it.
No, don't, please don't. I went to Houston for a union conference.
Oh, yeah.
Got to listen to Kamala Harris speak. That
Okay.
was Kate and I get there and everybody's like, "Did you hear Trump dropped out?" No. It was on my birth. Was it on my birthday that Trump dropped? No, that was when he got
No.
shot.
Trump got shot.
look behind you over there. My little Trump flag. Oh, I don't know if we can get it.
No,
on
you
there.
can't see it. But anyway,
But while we were down there, I guess it was while I was down there that Biden dropped out.
yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, my God. And then they're like, it's okay. Kamala's taking the spot. And we're like, all right. And then the fucking president of the American Federation Teachers during, like, the one day goes, we might be getting a special speaker coming here. Ooh. Because we held an emergency session the first day there to vote to support her campaign.
Yeah.
Like to, I don't know what the word is.
I mean, like you said, we don't like to get political, but at the same time, it's a big.
Right now,
big
it's
thing.
hard not to.
Yeah, I mean, if old Cheeto gets in the White House again, then
Ooh, we're
Project 2025, say goodbye to your freaking Board of Ed.
Oh my God, Cheeto and the fucking Teddy Ruxpin.
Old couch fucker.
I think that old couch, old dolphin fucker,
Oh, yeah.
dolphin porn guy. I think
Was
that
it-
one's the fun. I think that one's the funniest because it was like 4 years ago. He's like, Trump's a fucking asshole. He's a sociopath, and now he's like, I want to be his VP.
Yeah, of
he's
course.
great.
And let me tell you, I mean, I hate to say it, but like Kamala's turning me around, man. I'm like, she's got some momentum behind her because
Yeah.
once Trump got his ears pierced, allegedly,
Dude, you know what I think? Look,
he
conspiracy.
puts a tampon on his ear, and then
little conspiracy theory here.
yeah.
He didn't get shot.
Well, they show him like he had that stupid tampon on his head,
Yeah.
and then that like people are looking at it, it's like how it's like where is the it's gone.
No,
Like,
you know what I think happened?
was
When
that?
the guy fucking shot at him and missed him,
Mhm.
it hit the fucking teleprompter, and a piece of glass in the teleprompter cut his ear.
Could be. But hey, man, it's, follow the narrative. But yeah, I thought once that happened, we're like, man, we're doomed. And then Biden drops out. And then good old Kamala.
No, Kamala is Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan or Kamala, the big fat wrestler from WWF.
That's right. This is
The
Kamala,
Kamala
Harris.
clap.
And then like the day we got to Houston, Kate came with me. She fucking were there day one. We went to the movies, and she's like, "We need to go back. I feel like I'm gonna pass out."
Ooh.
And she was sick the entire fucking time. And then the day we were coming back, I'm at the airport. We got to the airport at like 12 o'clock because we had to check out of our hotel. I was like, let's just go chill in the airport. Thankfully, we found some nice, comfy chairs.
Nice.
The only two in the fucking Houston George Bush Airport. But I started feeling sick. And that's when I called you on Sunday. I was like, dude, I'm not feeling. I'll do a podcast, but I
Yeah.
don't think you want to catch this.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
you were,
still have some residual like.
yeah, I know there was a lot of family stuff for me. I don't want to get too deep into it, but yeah, you were like, yeah, I'm really sick. I'm like, well, that's actually good because like there's some crazy shit going on with my kids right now that I can't really get into. But yeah, we might have to take another week. But and of course, this all happens when like. Deadpool, Wolverine, and Comic-Con and all this stuff. So we got a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
Some of it might be. Some of it might. I mean, I saw a few movies, but like, there's really only one I want to talk about. The other ones were streaming ones that I saw that I could, to be honest with you, I couldn't remember. I was like, did I? The only reason, not one of the only reasons, but one of the big reasons I post those stuff on TikTok with the reviews. So I can remember. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's been a little wild.
Well, that's like when I send things to you in a text, but I remember to bring them up, or to Justin, because I don't want to over inundate one of you and be like, "Hey, here's a guy eating hot dogs."
Yeah, just put it on the socials, man. That's what I do. I just freaking scan through here, like, what the hell are we gonna talk about?
I think we need to get our TikTok followers up to 1,000 so that we can stream live on TikTok.
Yes.
Because I swear to God, I sent you a thing. I scroll through TikTok, and mostly what I get is, right now I'm getting a lot of, in my For Yous, is dashboard cameras. People driving like fucking idiots on dashboard cameras.
Okay.
Couple of other little things. But the lives, I do get this husband and wife who are lobster fishermen, and I happened to watch them once and just watch, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, interesting. So now I get them all the time. But it's always just fucking women with giant boobs doing nothing. They're like sitting there like, hi, bye, how's it going? And they're literally just shaking back and forth, going all like, hi, everybody. Oh, hi, thank you for the flower. Oh, thank you for the ring. Oh, and my daughter explained, she's like, that's people giving them money.
Of
I was like,
course.
are they just watching? And like the women who wear a tank top with nothing underneath it, and they're always like, oh, and leaning into the camera and shit. And I'm like, are guys just watching this waiting for tits to fall out? And you're like, absolutely. That's all it is.
It's fucking. We are, as males, are simple creatures. We just don't, like. I noticed that too on Facebook because now it's like connected to Threads.
Yep.
I was scanning through. It's like, why is Threads just showing me pictures of like half naked girls going like, hey, would you hit? I'm like, I don't want to like, I'm like,
hey, check out the milkmaid dress.
Yeah,
that's
like
the other one, the milkmaid dress.
Yeah, it's just very weird.
I'm not gonna fit into a milkmaid dress. Why do I want to look at it?
I could fit into a cow dress.
Yeah.
Ooh. I can
Keep milking.
Put me on the milking table. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking diapers.
Oh God. So I don't know if you just want to jump into the news quick so we can get to the good shit.
Yeah, I mean, my stuff really is just, not stuff I want to divulge, but everything's okay. Everything's good, man. It's
Nobody's pregnant.
No, thank God.
Nobody's dead.
No, nobody's there. Knock on wood. Everybody's alive and well. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just get to the news, man. Let's just do it.
Man, the news.
John, you got any news?
Yeah, I got news. Where do you get a good fucking chicken parm around here?
Dude, Zoe made chicken parm this weekend. I was going to bring you some over, but then you made it yourself.
That's right. You want something done right. That's why I jerk off so much.
Exactly.
Okay, well, lightning round on the news, man. Bob Newhart, dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was before or after the last time we had a podcast, but it doesn't change the fact that he's dead. It's not like he's coming back.
Yeah, exactly. There's no resurrection with there. We'll get into that in the TV news or the news in general. But yeah, it's like the old thing I say all the time. If I don't know that you're still alive and you die.
Yeah, but I knew Bob Newhart was alive. He was
you?
just in something. I can't remember what.
I don't know.
He looked fucking super pasty.
Oh, yeah.
But he was in something.
I mean, he's a legend. He's a legend.
Well,
him and his brother Daryl and his other brother Daryl, that old gag.
We're definitely getting our boys prequel with Soldier Boy and fucking Nazi Girl, which should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, also, too, since we've been away for 2 weeks, like, we missed House of the Dragon finale is tonight, but
shit. Dude,
the other show's wrapped up.
Mila's been watching House of the Dragon. She's like you; she'd never seen Game of Thrones, and she's been watching House of the Dragon. She goes, "Dad, guess what I started watching?" And I go, Lost. She goes, "No, I've already seen that." She's like, "You're never gonna guess." I was like, "Well, if I'm never gonna guess, why are you fucking telling me to guess?"
It's a large net to go.
Yeah. I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Game of Thrones." And I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
I was like, "You've never watched?" I was like, "Where are you?" She's like, "I'm like 6 episodes into season 1." I was like, "Oh, so Ned Stark's still alive?" She goes, "Yeah, he's in the dungeon." Oh. She knows what happens.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much most people know what happens.
And of course, me being the dick that I am, I spoiled the whole fucking thing for her. Told her who everybody was, what happens. Gave her the whole who Jon Snow's mom is.
Don't tell me. Eventually, I'm going to get into it.
Dude, you need to watch it.
Yeah, I am all in on House of the Dragon. But yeah, we did miss a couple of finales for Acolyte and the boys. Well, we'll go over them quickly, but, we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. So,
Dexter's getting a prequel series and a sequel series.
Yes. Dexter, what is it called? Dexter First
Blood? I don't fucking know.
First Blood, not me.
But thankfully, Michael C. Hall is going to do the inner voice of Dexter for the prequel series, which is really cool.
Yes. And then they also announced at Comic-Con that they're doing this prequel series, which looks interesting. Like, they showed that little teaser, and you got Christian Slater playing Harry, or the father, so I'm like, all right. And, as much as people shit on New Blood, it was good. I mean, as usual with Dexter, they dropped the ball at the finale.
Oh my God, yeah.
But then they were always teasing about a sequel, right? You're like, all right, well, fucking Dexter ate it, fucking spoiler alert, I don't know why I'm doing it now because I already said it, but Dexter eats it. Harrison shoots him, and he rides off into the sunset. And then Michael C. Hall goes, "No, not only are we doing a prequel, we're also doing Dexter Resurrection, which is a continuation from New Blood." And I'm like, and most people were like, "But you're dead."
You know what I wonder?
What's that?
I wonder if his son becomes a killer, And Dexter follows him around and talks to him.
Well, see, that's the thing. Well, but the thing that he said, it was like, well, they're like, well, how do you know, like, I mean, please.
How will you explain that?
That's what I want to know. But he said, well, the only thing I could really say is it was really cold out there. All right. So you're saying that he survived a gunshot wound right to the chest? All right. Because there was always rumors that they were going to do Harrison, they do a sequel, which I'm down for. I love the Dexter universe. Like I said, I love New Blood, and they were even talking about doing a Trinity Killer show. And I'm like, all right, well, that was the best season out of all the Dexters.
Yeah.
Give me some John Lithgow being a fucking nut job. I'm all for it, but they're going with this. So I'm like, all right. So it's like third time's the charm. I know the original Dexter, that finale sucked balls.
Yeah.
New Blood, it was really good, and then they sucked balls at they can't hook the leg.
It's a fucking penguin, man.
It is.
And I don't mean the TV show.
What do you mean by a penguin?
When a girl gives you a penguin, she pulls down your pants, she starts sucking your dick, and just you're about to come, she gets up and walks away. So you chase after her like a fucking waddling penguin, going, wait, come back. That's what they fucking did to me.
Wow.
Well,
I didn't know that one. That's a good one.
Here's a speaking of.
How will you explain that?
Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom, but we all know this already. Why?
He'd
make a more believable T'Challa.
Wait, hold on. I don't smell something. Do you smell that?
Smells like
desperation. We're fucking hacks. I mean, I get it, man. Like, look, I have faith in the Russos. They got the Russos back. Downey Jr. It just, come on, like, it's seriously. It's like,
how will you explain that?
I can't explain it.
I can't.
Pedro, you're fucking Mr. Fantastic. You should tell us how to explain it.
That trailer, as bad as like the video on that trailer was, I was like, I was in it.
Bootleggy, but,
fantastic foreskin trailer.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm all for that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, people have told me that there has been a comic book of, a Iron Man, Doctor Doom thing, but like, they're saying that he's not a variant. They're saying that he's going to be Victor Von Doom, right? In a different unit. So the only thing I could see is that,
Victor Von Doom in a different universe looks like Tony Stark.
Yeah,
okay.
And then so you have the Fantastic Four in that alternate universe. Doctor Doom will be there first. I don't know, like they're all gonna come to the main universe, and then I don't know. I know I'm excited that they're doing Doom. I love Robert Downey Jr. obviously, but like,
well, they got to do something now that we don't have fucking He Who Remains there.
Yeah, I mean, old kangaroo.
Oh God!
I did post something on the Facebook about that too. Like, Jonathan Majors is like, what? Fucking Robert Downey Jr. gets an okay after his sword pass. I punch a girl in the face and I can't be Kang. It's
what was his sordid past though?
Well, the drugs
and alcohol.
He was basically blacklisted from,
for drugs and alcohol and driving while drunk and getting arrested for that kind of shit.
And that's the thing. He did it to himself.
He didn't beat the shit out of some woman.
Egg salad.
Fucking diapers.
It's just like, he wasn't. I mean,
and there's
bad.
Jonathan Majors going,
bloody damn it.
Exactly. But even then, like, all right, so they didn't go with the Kang Dynasty. Okay, I'm all right with that.
They tied it up in a nice little Loki bow.
Yeah, I mean, I love Doom. I love Doctor Doom. So,
yeah.
The only saving grace maybe is that he's gonna have a mask on the whole time. But like, yeah, it just reeks of desperation.
It does. It really does. I will agree with you on that.
But we all still have the Deadpool and Wolverine tingle, so we're like, okay, let them do what they want.
Dude, you know how many times I've watched that movie now?
I don't know how many times.
5 times.
5 times.
5. She called me Poppy.
Yes.
9 times.
9 times.
Well, look, on a lighter side, apparently Snoop Dogg is the official mascot of the U.S. Olympic teams. Snoop.
We are in fucking bizarro
and
world.
Flavor Flav is like the I don't know what he is, the sponsor, the solo sponsor of the women's what is it, water polo team or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, good for Flav. I didn't realize that Public Enemy was doing so well. he was paying the salaries of all of the athletes because they were doing day jobs, and it's a shame. But Flavor Flav and Snoop Dogg.
I wish I could find the message I sent to myself because, speak of the Olympics, that fucking Turkish shooter guy.
Oh, God. I can't keep up with all this bullshit.
Well, he just fucking all these people have these fucking, like, digital glasses to help them aim, all this other shit, and he just fucking walks in there with, like, some here, they gave me these foam earmuff things to put in my ears, and I'm just wearing my regular glasses, some jeans, and a T-shirt, and he just sticks his hand in his pocket. He's like, bang, bang, get silver, and I wish I could find it because there was the whole thing about him going, like,
I just keep hearing the Thug Life thing. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, God. Yeah.
There it is. Who recently, there they go. He recently took up shooting. Ready?
Oh,
this is my favorite story. Dykek, I think that's his name, who recently took up shooting after a particularly heated argument with his ex-wife. That should be a red flag. Credits his success with his newfound passion for seeing, he got into it so he could spend more time with his kids, and his relentless drive to prove his ex wrong. I never thought I'd be here, he said, shrugging reluctantly. I was just aiming for weekends with my kids. The 52-year-old who works as a mechanic in a small garage in Istanbul first picked up a gun during a particularly frustrating divorce mediation. His unorthodox approach, no special gear, no training regime, no special wardrobe, basically jeans and a T-shirt, baffled all the professional shooters. He just shows up, shoots a near-perfect round, and then asks where the smoking area is.
My boy.
And the best was when he got up on the podium, after winning the silver, he stood on the podium and just declared, Sharon, if you're watching this, I want my dog back.
Sharon, you better give him his fucking dog.
This guy's a fucking assassin. People are like, it's the real John Wick.
He's fucking ripping butts and shooting targets, man. Hey, there's my girl. Hey, don't forget to send that TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, send that TikTok. Baloney damage.
I have to.
I need that TikTok.
We won't talk about. Oh wait, maybe she did. Oh, she did.
Are you gonna send it to me? I don't think I can play it on the air, though.
No, we won't. She goes, I asked her for a particular TikTok, and then my girl says, LOL, yes. Let me find it. Oh, we'll see it after the pod. Yeah, it's not exactly. Thank you, sweetheart.
Oh, I'm just glad I found that. That was just fucking, that was the best.
Yeah,
I don't even know if it's true, because when it first came out, they're like, well, he's a shooting trainer for the Turkish army. And it's like, now it's like, no, he's a mechanic. No, he's...
Some people just have natural talents to do stuff.
And then I don't think you've watched Ted Lasso, have you?
No.
They said the guy on Ted Lasso who, like, lost his mind and, like, sabotaged Ted, like, ran away and just became, like, that's him in the future.
It could be. Yeah, he looks very, he could be a serial killer.
So that's all I got for the news.
Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, it was, like I said, Comic-Con was a little nuts. We got a lot of, but what I do like about Marvel was that they didn't blow their load and do, like, phases 18 through 94. Like, they concentrated on the stuff that was guaranteed.
It's getting a little toasty in here. I'm putting it back on.
Could you tell I'm cracking a bead here? But they didn't really. They gave us the Russos. They gave us Robert Downey Jr. They gave us some Fan Four Stick and.
Oh, that fan's on high.
That's all right. Oh, hold on. Let me look in here. Oh, that's fine. I think people can deal with it. It's funny because we had the fan on that other time, that one that's over there.
Yeah.
And I listened to the replay, and you can't really hear it.
No.
You can't hear it at all. So
that one you're going to be able to hear because it's like right next to you, blowing in your mic.
Oh, well, that's the only thing blowing.
We talked about that Fan Four Stick, the Fantastic Four trailer. But did you get to watch the 4:30 movie trailer, the Kevin Smith movie?
Yes. We should probably get into.
Now hold on there 1 second here, young fella. I was thinking about maybe the two of us get down in the old pickup truck corner and hit one of them movie places where we can go sit down and eat a chunk of popcorn and check out some previews.
Send me that.
Send it to you.
That's almost as good as.
Yeah, I mean, obviously because of the Comic-Con and all this other stuff, we did get a bunch of trailers. The first one.
Dogs are the fucking best.
They really are.
Hot
I love a
dogs
good.
are the fucking best.
I love a good glizzy in my mouth. I'll tell you.
I'm dying over here.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. I mean, we did post a whole bunch of different trailers and stuff on the. Listen, if you don't follow the fucking Hey Pal What's New Facebook page, come on.
Did we
What are you
post?
doing?
Did we post the one for the one I have on top of my A Complete Unknown?
No, tell me about that. I don't know anything about that.
I'll pull it up. It's fine.
I mean, some of the ones that I saw that were interesting.
It's the Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
movie.
with Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Yeah, that looks
good.
Yeah, and then you got the what's his nuts?
What's
he playing a Guthrie? I think he might be playing a Guthrie.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I mean, there was a bunch that I posted on there. If you get a chance to look through, I mean, there was one, A Different Man. Did you have that on your list? I thought you did.
No.
Oh, that was A Complete Unknown. A Different Man. If you do check it out on there, you could see it from here.
Oh, what's that?
It's a very Rocky Dennis kind of mask movie
Oh.
about a guy who's got. But then, you know who it is? Try to guess who that is. The
Mark
actor was.
Wahlberg.
Sebastian Stan.
Oh my God.
I guess the movie is he's got a fucked up face. He gets it
You
fixed.
got a funny looking face.
And then shenanigans ensue.
Right.
That looks good. I mean, we did get a new trailer for Joker, Folie à Deux.
Which actually makes it a little bit more appealing to me.
It does.
Kind of like the Hellboy trailer for that shit Hellboy movie that looks like a fan film.
Yeah.
The new trailer for that, I'm looking at it going, I might want to watch this now.
Yeah, it could definitely be a streaming jam for that Hellboy one. It can't be worse than the David Harbour one. I'm sorry.
Oh
That
my
one-
God.
I couldn't
And I
even get through
love
that.
David Harbour.
Me too.
That
Me
broke my
too.
heart.
So yeah, the Joker trailer was another one that was good. There's that Terrifier 3.
Yep.
The trailer. Old Santa art. Yeah, that one looks excellent.
The Walking Dead
Go ahead.
series, the Daryl Dixon and what's the fucking tits?
The Book of Carol.
The Book of Carol. And the Walking Dead, what's the New York one that I didn't watch?
Dead City.
Dead City 2, Season 2.
It's just
I fucking skipped the Dead City 2 one because I didn't care about Dead City 1. But the Daryl and Carol show
Daryl and Carol.
looks pretty decent.
I mean, the first Daryl Dixon one wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, both of them weren't as bad as I thought.
Right.
But then we got the Rick and Michonne one, The Ones Who Live, and that was great. And it's kind of like
Absolutely.
they are beating the shit out of that dead horse constantly.
Wait, dead whores?
Dead horse.
What do you got in your basement?
Oh boy, I tell you. But the big one there is that Kevin Smith, our buddy Kevin Smith,
Yeah, the 430 movie.
the 430.
I'm surprised he didn't call it the 420 movie, but whatever.
I know, right? He's off the pot.
I know
now,
he.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good.
It looks like a Kevin Smith film.
Yeah.
I think you go into a Kevin Smith film knowing exactly what you're gonna get.
Yeah. He's kind of pissed that he was actually fighting to get this to be PG-13 because it is R, and he's like, why? He's like, so basically, I saw him interviewed on Inside of You, that podcast.
Oh.
And he talks about the whole MPAA rating, like he was appealing it and going back and forth on this movie because he's like, all right, there's some sexual suggestions in it and stuff like that, but nothing like, he goes, so basically, he told the MPAA, he's like, so basically you're telling me that this movie that I made is the same as the Human Centipede. Because they're both R. You
Right.
know? Like, where's the line, you know? So, but, you know, he fought it, and he was just like, whatever, it'll be rated R. So, I mean, it always seems like things are against him, but hopefully, it looks like a good 80s romp, you know?
It does.
So, I'm always down with that. So, yeah, I mean, really, there's a bunch of stuff coming out. I mean,
Oh my God,
between
there's
that,
so much.
there-
I was just
820
looking at the trailer site, and there's just like all these trailers.
Yeah.
Some of which I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, a lot of them. I mean, there was one, Cuckoo. That one
Cuckoo's
looks
coming
pretty
out.
good.
That movie's coming out like next week, isn't it?
Yeah. So, other than that, you know, really, there's just, it's, you know, we're all getting over the whole Deadpool, Wolverine, Twister. I mean, there's been a lot of really good movies out.
There has.
So, and then there was another trailer for The Penguin,
Yep.
which is, I'm still on board with that, obviously. Creature Commandos, little DC.
Yes.
You know what's weird is that we didn't really talk about it in the news, but how funny is it that I was just listening to a podcast on the way here. Fantastic Four and Superman, right?
Right.
They're both coming out in July, like 2 weeks from each other. Superman is done. They've done filming it. Fantastic Four, they're just filming it now.
And they're both coming out at the same time.
They're both coming out, so like, I mean, kudos to James Gunn. I mean, he's been working on it for a while, you know, with even during the, strike and all that stuff. He's been planning it for a while, but that is going to be a fucking game changer, I think.
Oh,
Superman.
yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
hoping.
It's got to be, and what a lot of people are saying is, look, don't get me wrong, I love all the dark shit and the fucking, the boys and all that stuff, but we are in such a time right now. We need a good Boy Scout
Superman.
We need a Christopher Reeve fucking Superman.
Yeah.
Kind of like, and they compared it to in the 70s, the late 70s, where everything was like, the biggest movie back in 77 was Chinatown. And then Star Wars came out.
Yep.
Because it was right after the Vietnam War. Everybody's in a fucking tizzy. It's a downturn. And we're like, you know what we need? We need fucking droids. We need space.
I need space and... Well, you know what we don't need?
We need to get away from all this death and destruction and have a... We need a good Superman. So
you know what we don't need?
What's that?
2.5 more hours of fucking Rebel Moon.
You took the bullet.
Look,
you took the bullet. I guess we're going into movies. We're done with trailers.
Not to jump the... Well, yeah. Look, I watched part 1, which was about hour and 20 minutes longer than the original one, the director's cut is.
Yeah.
They added a lot of story stuff that got me more invested in the characters.
Okay.
I can't talk over that fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, we'll put it in shifts.
That got me more invested in the characters and the story and explained a lot more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch it?
No.
So Justin's like, I'm not wasting another couple of hours on that shit again.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
There was a lot of stuff when I first watched it that I'm like, I don't, why? I don't get it. Why? And they explain a lot of stuff that makes it more watchable, but it's some of the acting and the ham-fisted storylines to turn this movie into a space you know what it is? It's fucking Bug's Life in space.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the Magnificent Seven. It really is. That's all this whole fucking thing is the Magnificent Seven.
I don't know.
In space. The first part was a little bit, what they added to it was a little bit better. Still not, I'm not going to watch it a dozen times. The second part, the shit they added was like, when they're harvesting, I think I sent it to you, when they're fucking harvesting the grain because they're about to come back and want all the grain and flour and shit like that. It's just like 15 minutes of like people harvesting grain and drinking and we're doing pretty fucking much. I was like, I fell asleep. That's how much the second half, the hour or so that they added to it. Yeah, it was totally unnecessary.
He is just, I said Rebel Moon like when it first came out, and you watched. I was like, I heard there's going to be an R-rated, long. I'll wait for that because usually his director's cuts are better, like Batman v Superman and
it was better
and all that stuff. It's usually better,
but that's not saying much because the original wasn't that good.
I know. Well, what do they say? Polishing a turd? You can't polish a turd.
Oh, you got two like graphic like sex scenes.
Yeah, I mean it's not.
And I don't care.
Yeah.
If I want to watch sex scenes, I'm gonna fucking go on Pornhub.
I got enough of it. It's like the same thing with TikTok, man. Why do I gotta see a bitch and fucking, you got porn, You can cut to the chase.
It's like I always say about strip clubs, man. Why would I go someplace to have somebody tease me? I get that at home.
Exactly. Much like we used to say about images, the good old Mike Chuetti. Why am I paying $6 to watch girls cry?
Oh God. It's fact.
True.
So I just wanted to just throw that out there. You could all just save your fucking time.
Yeah.
If you watch the first part of Rebel Moon, going, I don't get why. I don't get why. Explain why.
Mm-hmm.
They give you a lot more backstory and a lot more other stuff. You'd have to have seen it to understand what I'm talking about, but
I mean, just
How will you explain that?
it added to it. It added to the story. It did. I think on the first part, for part 1, it worked a little bit. The shit that was shitty and stupid was still fucking shitty and stupid.
Yeah, I mean...
The lady with the robot arms.
I mean, it's just basically they added more stuff to it, which, if it didn't help the story and the plot...
It did.
Okay.
In the first one, it helped the story and the plot. The second one, I'm just like, You just made this longer and more boring. Is all you did.
Wow. All right.
So,
Well, thanks again
well,
for saving me.
I will tell you.
I got bigger fish to fry. God damn it! Umbrella Academy's out.
I'm gonna come out with a good solid 3.5 pals on fucking Twisters.
Ooh,
maybe even 3 3/4 on Twisters.
You know, I have heard things about that movie where people are like, "It's not bad."
It is, as I said to someone, it is way better than it should be. It's like a Hallmark movie with tornadoes.
I'm all for it. It was funny because I was talking to Violet, and you know, she has a thing with storm. She hates thunder and lightning and stuff, and she's just like, maybe we should go see Twisters in 40X and have all this, and maybe we'll get over it. And I was like, yeah, well, we could, but like the only real 40X is in Manhattan. How about this? The original Twister is on Max. You could sit in the chair, and I'll just throw water and shit at you.
Well, when we were in Houston, Kat and I went to this fucking amazing Regal that they have in Houston.
I saw those pics.
And that's where I saw Deadpool. But her and I just went to the RPX.
Okay.
Which has what they call the butt kicker. And it's basically fucking subwoofers under the floor.
Ooh.
So like the whole floor shakes. Your seat's not moving and shit like that.
Yeah.
Beautiful theater. Great movie. I mean, her and I really... the fuck was that?
Ghost in the Machine.
Yeah, but it said like 4:30 p.m. It's not 4:30 p.m.
I don't know.
8:44 p.m. That's my watch. Kat and I really, really enjoyed that movie. I went into it going like, this is just gonna be a fucking break. And then I was like, God damn it, why do I gotta like this movie?
Well, it's one of those ones. I'm glad you saw it in a good theater with good sound, because, you know, watching it at home, I don't see the. But if you go to like an IMAX or something like that, which is kind of weird, like that they dropped Twisters right before Deadpool and Wolverine, because they're gonna lose all those fucking IMAX, right? So like,
well, and people are bitching because they're like, when is it coming? It's coming back to the 40X and RPX theaters at the end of August.
Yeah, because I mean that movie is perfect for that.
I think they're banking on that second round of people who didn't get a chance to see it who want to come back and see it.
And I think word of mouth too. Like people are actually like, no, this isn't a pile of shit. This actually is good.
Well, that Regal had their VIP theater. So for the VIP, it's a separate little section that's got like 6 theaters in it.
Yeah.
And when you go in there to see the VIP theater, they've got a full bar that has its own concession stand, so you don't have to go to the fucking main concession stand. You get unlimited popcorn. There's a popcorn machine that you put your bag in and push a button, it drops popcorn in your bag.
Ooh.
Unlimited soda and slushies.
Wow.
Fucking bucket margaritas.
Now, because you have the Regal
Nope.
pass,
It was cheaper
you just
for me.
have to pay more?
It was just $12.95 for me to like. My Regal Cinemas thing covers the cost of a regular ticket.
Okay.
So for the VIP, it was like $12.
So you had to pay like the extra $12.
That's it.
To get. Totally worth it, man.
Totally
it's like
worth
now it's like we'll talk about
recliners with the trays, like everything.
We'll talk about the Deadpool and the Wolverine. Like, if I'm going to a movie now, like we went, we drove all the way to.
You mean this guy? Oh,
yeah!
There he is. I wish the music was playing. I don't know why it's not.
Just leave him like that. It's fine. We went all the way to the Palisades Mall because
right.
we're like, we could go to Regal because the Regals near us are ghetto fabulous. We're like, and Manal's just like, if we're gonna go, let's go to like a freaking real theater, like with recliner seats and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Let's go see it in IMAX, And I'm like, perfect. So we drove all the way to Nanuet. Not Nanuet.
Palisades,
Palisades Mall. Yeah. So we went there to see it. Great theater, but I mean, we might as well get into it, man.
Let's go.
I'm interested to hear your take on. We talked about it a little bit, back and forth, and I do apologize. I did get the popcorn bucket. It will be in studio next week.
You got to clean your jizz out of it first, too.
Dude, let me tell you, that thing is awesome. It was $35 for just, and
Justin got the head pool one.
That one was really cool, but I was like, you know what? I mean, it's always been about the Wolverine with the big mouth and everything like that. Thank you. Going, and I was like, what was so funny about it was that, so we go to the theater, right? And I go like, okay, I want the Wolverine thing. So a lot of people were getting it without popcorn in it. Like they were just getting it as like a collectible.
Right.
And they weren't like, and I looked at the guy. I said, "Well, are you going to put popcorn in it?" And he goes, "You want popcorn in it?" I said, "That's what it's for."
It's the whole point.
And he's like, "All right, because some people just." I was like, "If I'm going to pay $35, yeah, I want fucking popcorn in it."
Now, when I went to AMC and got the Dune one,
Yeah.
they gave it to me, and then they gave me a bag of popcorn with it.
Yeah. See, they probably would have. I think they were going to charge me extra.
Yeah, when I went to the Regal in Houston,
Yeah.
they had the little Deadpool cups for the margaritas.
Yeah.
And the woman goes, "Yeah, you buy it. You guys just got to buy the cup, and then you have to buy a margarita separate." I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, because we're not allowed to put anything in it." And I was like, "So you're going to make me pay for the cup as if it had a margarita in it, and then make me buy a margarita on top of that?"
Yeah, that's what he wanted me to do with the popcorn. I was like, "Fuck you, put some popcorn in it. I'm spending $35 on
Yeah.
this fucking Wolverine head." So they did. They put it in there. It was buttery goodness. It was just, you just sticking your hand in there, and it's just so funny.
So are you pulling it out of his mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Dune one where it has like a cover on, right? It was funny because he filled it so much with popcorn, I couldn't get the head on it. So we
okay.
ate a little bit of it, and then I put the head on it, and then you reach in there, and it's
Did
I
your
mean, you
hand your hand fit inside of it?
dick and balls you can fit in that thing.
Okay,
It's
'cause-
huge, and it has a tongue. It's got a
Oh.
little tongue on it.
Damn.
It was funny because Manal reached in, she's like, "Oh my God, there's a tongue in there." But it's not like a wiggly kind of tongue. It's just like
A plastic
groove.
tongue.
Yeah, definitely fleshlight material. So yeah, we got that. We went in, and overall thoughts about it.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah,
I know Justin, if you read his review, gave it a 5 out of 5. I don't know that I would give it a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 is. He also
Yeah.
gave Longlegs 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'll give it. Dude, I would give fucking Longlegs a 5 out of 5. This, I'd probably give it a strong 4.5. Only because there's a lot of like inconsistencies that I'm like, really? I'm one of those, like, I'll watch. If I had only watched it once, I'd go 5 out of 5. But
Yeah.
I've watched it 5 times now.
You're pulling out the stuff that you, after multiple viewings, of like, wait, I don't know about that.
If there's scenes in the movie now, upon rewatching it, that I'm going, all right, hurry up, come on, that I don't care about watching that scene again, that's where they lose me.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I fucking adored it. I thought it was a good time. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of fucking,
It gave you everything you wanted.
It was a perfect love letter to the end of the Fox universe. The only reason I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 is because, and it's not necessarily the movie's fault, it is the fucking promotion, marketing, like, not only for that, like, thank God I saw it. Now, I didn't see it the Wednesday. I saw it the Thursday,
Right.
evening. All the spoilers are out.
Yep.
Clips of it everywhere. They did, I think with movies, I think if I would have went into that movie, now, thankfully, a lot of that stuff didn't get spoiled. And I'm sorry if you are listening to this. We are probably going to spoil the shit out of this.
You think?
Yeah.
Factors work. You think I want to be out here in beautiful downtown North Dakota, digging up the one and only Wolverine?
Digging up the Wolverine.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
Dude, it's a really good copy of this.
All right, good. You're gonna have to let me know about that one. Yeah, but I mean, it was amazing. It got so. The only reason I'm dropping it that half point is because if you would have stopped with all, I mean, I get it. They're advertising that the movie's gonna make it's gonna make all the money.
Well, the first weekend it made $444 million worldwide,
I know, and it's gonna cross $1 billion.
and it put NSYNC back on the top of the charts.
Yes, yes. So I mean, it's a great. It's the only reason I think is just because the pop culture and the internet and all that stuff kind of ruined it for me. Just because you go in with such anticipation.
Yep.
And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking, and you walk out of it. I mean, like, it's not as bad as when I've seen the Star Wars films because I'm such a Star Wars nerd. I walk out and go,
Right.
that was amazing. And then 3 days later, I'm like, was it? I think it was good.
I still think it was amazing.
Yes.
I just don't think it was as good as the first time I watched it, just because the first time it's like, oh my god, it's Jennifer Garner. Oh my god, it's Blade.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, Gambit.
And that fucking accent that he had, he was just like, blah, 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 and he's like, what are you saying?
Who's your fucking voice coach? The Minions?
Yeah.
Which
I
is
mean,
great.
It was funny. Just to see Hugh Jackman with the fucking Wolverine mask made
Oh,
it
yeah.
for me. A little bit too, and they're saying that this changes the Marvel universe. I'm like,
No, it doesn't.
no, it doesn't, and it doesn't have to.
No.
It doesn't have to. Give me a fucking movie. It's a trilogy with ending the Fox universe and moving forward. The only thing, I mean, there's just so many things to talk about. First of all, they got when they did Henry Cavill as freaking Wolverine.
Cavalrine?
Yeah, I'm like,
Or the comic accurate Wolverine who was like 5'3". Oh, look at you, little guy.
yeah. I mean, seeing Cavill as Wolverine, I'm like, all right, he could pull that off. I was hoping they did the Wolverine that was, I forget his name, but he's the one that's in. He's got the white suit on, and
Yeah,
he's
they
at
did.
the table
Yeah,
with the patch.
when he was in the same place that fucking
Shit.
he's in the casino.
Yes, but it's in that fictional town. I mean, there is a version
This.
of
Him.
yes.
Nobody sees it, but
I was really, really hoping that would be Daniel Radcliffe.
oh my god, that would have been awesome.
You know, they could have switched. They did a lot. Like, the comic act.
That's the whole goddamn package right there.
Yeah, it's the story.
Continue.
But yeah,
I didn't
like
understand
that-
this one.
Well, that one's a famous
Him on the-
cover. It's a famous comic book cover of him
Okay.
on the X. Same with the Magic. Is it Madripoor?
Madripoor.
Madripoor. You know, the Wolverine and Hulk. That's a huge comic book.
Yep. Isn't this the one where you fight the Hulk?
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of throwbacks. That they're really true to the comics. You know.
You look a little bit like Henry.
Oh my fuck!
The Cavalrine. The legends are true.
The
Yeah,
Cavalrine.
now he'd be perfect for that role. So,
But he's fucking Henry Cavill is like 6'6". He's a fucking giant.
well, Dan. Now we've all seen the comic.
Daniel Radcliffe is like 5'8".
No, he's a good size for it. Like I'm
And he's
all
fucking
for,
jacked as fuck.
I'm all for the Daniel Radcliffe.
Me
as
too.
Wolverine. I think he'd be awesome.
You
at
take
it.
all my money for Daniel Radcliffe as fucking Wolverine.
I was really hoping he would be the Madripoor one with the patch, because people. I mean, and that's the bottom line is with this movie. The only reason it's not a perfect 5 out of 5 for me is because expectations. People just fucking. I went in being like, this thing better fucking blow, and it did. It
It did.
delivered. It was great, but I'm kind of like. Man, if I went in a little bit more blind and you didn't... I mean, the fact that they showed fucking X-23.
Oh,
What's her name?
yeah, in the trailer.
Yeah, in the trailer. I'm like, if you would have saved that, couldn't you... just save me that.
Yeah.
I mean, Gambit was...
they saved us Blade.
They saved this Blade and Gambit and... I mean,
Elektra.
Elektra. People were like, yeah, she's...
And
gonna
talking
be
about, Daredevil being dead.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it's fine.
a lot of good inside jokes. A lot of like... And good for Disney for just being like, look, this is going to be rated R. And it opens the door for that whole theory of like, well, an R-rated movie can't make $1 billion. Like, Joker and this have said, yes,
Yes, we
it
can.
So that theory is out your fucking door. So it really just comes down to good storytelling,
I think this, it was a fun story. I think this story the story itself was a little weak in parts.
Yeah.
It was. And that's fine. Because I think the beauty of this movie is giving you everything you've ever wanted.
Yeah.
Giving me Wolverine in a comic accurate costume that doesn't look stupid.
Yeah.
That's huge.
He did the yellow one, and then you did see he had the brown one, which is like,
Yep.
that's my Wolverine. I'm like, fuck. Wear that one, not the yellow one, but the yellow one is the old school.
Oh, yeah.
Accurate one. So,
There's the brown one.
yeah. I mean,
Outfit.
no? He's a loud.
Sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, I can't wait to. I mean, it is, and it is a thing. Like, we talk about rewatchability. You can watch this a billion times and catch stuff like that. That one I don't remember.
I don't
it
either.
Came from something.
I call that drag queen Wolverine.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and they did reference back to the comics. It was a really good,
Which
job.
is great.
It was really well done. I like how they. I feel kind of bad for Hugh Jackman, like that whole joke where it's
We're
like
gonna keep him going till he's 90.
At this point, now you've reintroduced. He was done with that character. Logan was a perfect send off, and I like the way that they,
reference that.
And it's like we dug him up. No, he's dead. He's
dead.
He's dead. You see. So it's.
But someone pointed out that at this point in the timeline, none of that Logan shit has happened. It's the same universe. It's in the main timeline, the 616.
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened yet.
True. Yeah.
So him bringing this Wolverine to his universe, that Wolverine is still there.
Yeah, but now at the same point, like the way that it ends, it's like
now there's two Wolverines in the 10005. Is that it? 100. The universe that Wade is in is the 10,000. Is it? It's 10,000. 10005 is the universe that they're in. But because Wade goes to 616 to try and get on the Avengers.
Yes.
And then people are pointing out, like, how did he go from multi-hopping, like universe hopping with just that time thing? It's like, well, in the last fucking movie, he went to different universes to kill himself.
Yeah.
Like, it's Deadpool. Shut up.
It is. And, I'm excited to get the multiverse saga out, done with, right? Because to me, it was interesting at first. Now it just becomes lazy writing.
Yep.
As we talked about with Downey and Doom. Well, he could be from another universe. Really? You can't fucking... There's so many actors out there. You can't get somebody besides Downey who's just... it's just silly. But anyway, I mean, obviously, I recommend the shit out of it.
Oh, I recommend the fuck out of it.
I definitely want to see it again and again and again. The rewatchability factor, super good. I mean, the jokes were freaking hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
The references, all that stuff. It was interesting because just today, the original Deadpool was on the first one. It was on like cable, and I was flipping. I was like, oh, I'll put it on. I was just watching it, and I'm like, man, and there's so many Wolverine references in there. Like even the beginning of it, you're like, man, we've been waiting for this forever. And I think that's kind of why everybody's so hyped on it, because if you've been following this stuff, you're like, ever since the first Wolverine, they're like, he's goofing on Hugh Jackman. He's talking about Wolverine. Wolverine's a big part of the X-Men. Why, bring back Wolverine. And then they finally got him to do it and knocked it out of the park. The only thing I'm concerned about is hopefully that they don't, poor Hugh Jackman. He just, it's like they're gonna.
Yeah, but if Hugh doesn't want to do it, he's not going to do it.
He's gonna do. He's gonna be in Secret Wars. He's gonna do all that stuff. Like, when are they gonna as much, dude?
Recast it.
I fucking adore Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He's been my Wolverine for 20 years or whatever. It's time to recast him.
There's only one blade. There's only going to be one blade.
That was funny, too.
That was funny, too. Which makes me wonder if they're recasting him in Blade again and just bringing it back. Someone also pointed out that, like...
You could tell his age in that movie. You were kind of like, he was good, but, like, I don't know.
I'm laughing at all... Like, I'm getting tired of all the fucking TikToks of people going, like, here's some Easter eggs you probably didn't notice. And it's like... Yeah, I get that the kid pool and baby pool are Ryan Reynolds' kids. I get that lady pool is his wife. Yeah. I get that when he says the human body has 206 bones, 207 if I'm watching Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
Because his wife's in Gossip Girl. It's like, okay, enough already. I don't think everybody on TikTok needs to repost that shit again, but that's what TikTok is.
Yeah, and it's a double-edged sword for the fact that, like we said, when it's coming out, you're so psyched. You want to hear about all this stuff. You want to know about all this stuff. You want to know. But at the same time, it's just like, now we already know that Downey's going to be Doom. And that first movie, Doomsday, is going to be 2026. And then Secret Wars is 27, right? So, now for what, 2 years we're gonna be talking and speculating and videos of what's gonna be this and that. It's just like
I'd rather be surprised, not
I'd rather
know.
just, I understand that, we're all hungry for this shit. We all want to know, like, and that's why I applaud Marvel. Just like I said before with San Diego Comic-Con, where it was like they didn't blow their load and say, like, I mean, Blade was announced 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they still haven't made that fucking movie.
Well, and I think part of the problem is, like you said, we're going to speculate for the next 2 years on what's going to happen, and then we have these expectations. And is the movie going to meet the expectations of what we want? And you've teed up Downey as Doom, you've teed up Secret Wars, like you've teed all this up, and it's like we've got all this time to speculate it. I'm almost happy when I see a trailer for a movie and find out that it's coming out in a month.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I don't have much time to fucking think about this.
Or
Great.
even just, I'm all happy with a teaser and then a full trailer.
Yep.
And then that's it. 3 minutes.
Well, you just said there's a new trailer for Cuckoo, and that comes out like next week. And I'm like, yeah, that movie looks fucking... I've seen a trailer for it. I don't need to see another. The movie looks great. I forget what movie we were looking at the trailer for. Maybe it was Longlegs. That we were like, the trailer gave away nothing. That
Zero.
I saw the trailer for Longlegs, and I'm sure there was another one, about a week before I saw the fucking movie.
And then the TV spots, and you just, like, even now, if you're going on Twitter or any of these pages where it's like, they're just showing all the spoilers now. Like, you have no... I'm not saying, like, I love to talk
fucking
about
internet's
spoilers.
ruined everything.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Well, at least we get fucking porn in the palm of our hand, You gotta take the good and the bad.
At least I got
Ask
something
Mrs.
in the palm of my
Garrett.
hand.
I was listening to that last episode with Adelaide. Adelaide!
Adelaide?
Yeah, we were talking about marry, fuck, kill. Different strokes. We're like, I'd fuck Adelaide. Anyhow. Yeah, exactly. So, so that was basically the big movies, was Twisters. And what did you give Twisters? What did you give it a pallage?
I gave it a solid 3.5.
That's right.
Almost bordering on 3 3/4.
Ooh.
Because I there was no point in that movie that I was like, all right already.
Sometimes it's good to have just brain candy, turn it off, and just fucking let it ride, Even with Deadpool and Wolverine, I'll just leave it at this. It doesn't have to be, it's like, it doesn't have to connect to all kinds of shit. Who cares?
You said the Ghost movie is out on...
It's out on,
what the hell's the name of that?
It's right here, right now, RITE.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, here. Here.
Oh my god. It's my search thing.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so those, there you go, Ghost right here, right now.
That's the soundtrack though.
Yeah. No, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but it is a concert documentary, so I'm kind of like, okay.
It's fine.
So yeah, I mean, with movies we did that. I mean, TV, we did miss a lot of finales. We brushed on them a little bit.
Acolyte finale?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Boys finale?
I'll give the Acolyte this. Like, it wasn't as bad as people thought.
Right.
And it left it with a lot of questions, with fucking Plagueis and Yoda. And you're like...
But all the shit we've gotten, that show has gotten, you really think we're getting a season 2?
See, that's the thing. They're leaving your dicks hanging on there, and, I think they did confirm that was Plagueis, but now it's just like, okay, well, how does this... I would be interested in seeing a season 2, just to kind of...
As long as it's better than that was.
Yeah, they got to course correct that, but I don't think we're going to get another season of it. And even Skeleton Crew, people are talking like, early signs is it's not that good, and I'm like, God damn it, Star Wars.
Also,
what
I hear it's more
Star Wars.
I hear Skeleton Crew's more of like a kids show.
It's Goonies in space, which everybody's doing Goonies now. But I don't know.
Well, you know what? I wish Sean Astin would do the fucking Goonies.
For God's sakes,
give me a Goonies 2 with all those guys still living at the Goondocks,
yeah.
and now it's their kids that are trying to save the Goondocks.
That old gag.
Dude, I'd rather watch that than some of the other shit I'm getting nowadays. Than watching fucking The Magnificent Seven or fucking Bug's Life done all over again as a space opera.
How dare
Holy
you?
shit.
How dare you, Zack Snyder? You fuck.
But The Boys season finale, finale.
I mean, that show has always been consistent. I mean, the ending of that was definitely wild. I mean,
Butcher's cancer.
Butcher's, and they said there was an episode in Diabolical, which I never got through, the animated one.
Yeah.
That there's a story about an old couple, the old dying of kids. So kind of the same thing with the tentacles coming out. So that's interesting. I mean, they killed fucking Newman. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that show just got... this season
Butcher ripped her fucking in half.
Oh, my God, yeah. I didn't expect that.
Well, now Butcher's going to become the villain.
Yeah, and it's the last season coming up, so...
I think the last season, Butcher's the villain. Ryan winds up redeeming him, but then killing him. That's the only way to redeem him.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, because I think the Boys
the last
comic
season.
is still... Is it still going on, or
I don't
did
think
they
so.
finish?
I think they finished.
But, like, if the Boys comic compared to the TV show was, like, different.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that was really excellent. And like I said, House of Dragon, I'm excited to watch tonight when I get home. That's, that's been good. Some of it was a little bit slow. There were some big points, and then there were some that were a lot of just exposition and talk.
Well, now she's got her Dragon Riders.
Yep.
So, and the one is the fucking one guy's bastard.
Yeah, it's that basically.
It's all the bastards.
Yeah, they're just like, let's get the bastards, which there's so many of
and
them.
you kind of knew that one guy who was always sitting in the bar going like, I'm the bastard of
Yeah.
You knew he was going to eventually wind up being somebody. And that big fucking guy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad, like, the one who left his wife to go try and be a dragon rider, that he got on the fucking big dragon.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, now they got an art, and, like, their freaking Team Black is ready to fucking roll, man. There's gotta... I don't know what they're going to do. You got fucking Patch Adams over there with the biggest dragon.
But that's just one dragon.
Yeah, I mean, now Team Black's got an army of dragons. And old Prince Damon's running around, got my sweet prince. I don't know what the hell's going on with him.
He's fucking losing his mind at Harrenhal.
Yeah. Fucking
Jesus Christ.
So useless. I love him, but I'm like, geez, man, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just let your woman run. Let her be the fucking, let her sit on the Iron Throne.
He's angry.
Yeah, he's
See my TV.
TV, who cares?
Today's episode's called DP and Boobs on TikTok. People think that's double penetration, but...
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, as far as TV goes, there are some new shows that are coming out that I'm interested. A lot of the DC animated stuff that's
I did
coming
watch
out.
that Good Girl's Guide to Murder on Netflix.
Oh, how was
it's based
that?
on a book. It was good.
Yeah?
It's very Veronica Mars. If you ever watched Veronica Mars, which I did.
I never watched it, but I know the premise of it.
I've been fucking binging that TV show Alone.
Oh.
Do you know that show?
What?
Alone?
No.
Oh, it's a fucking 10 people survivalist show. They drop them in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Oh, wait, yes, I did watch
with
some
nothing.
of that.
I'm on season 5 right now.
Yeah, because you said I watched it alone. I'm like, it's fine. You can watch a show alone. It's all right.
No, I watched the show.
The show alone.
Called Alone.
I gotcha. That's good. Yeah, the only thing I'm really looking forward to, TV wise, like I said, and the House of the Dragon. Then it's going to be kind of a dry. The Batman Cape Crusader animated is out.
It's already on. What is it?
Prime. Amazon Prime. And Kite Man, hell yeah, gotta watch that. Kite Man, hell yeah.
I don't even know.
Look at me watching animated shit all of a sudden, but yeah. Kite Man, hell yeah.
Wow, who's in that?
It's in the same I mean, you like the Harley Quinn show, right?
Yeah.
Same people.
Yeah, there's a show that Manny watches that I can't remember what it is. It's about demons. And it's very much like Harley Quinn. It'll come to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I can't.
I talked about
remember
it once before.
Yeah. So there are some stuff out there. You just gotta do some digging. Obviously, there's a gazillion things going on. So
you know what's really exciting though?
What's that?
Music. There's some crazy music shit going on.
Whole lots.
Oh, tits.
Boobs. Yeah, a little music time. Well, we'll start off with a couple of just music news in general. Just 2 things, and then we'll just ramble off all the shit that's on the Discovery. There's a lot of stuff. Like, I gotta say, my Facebook and Instagram algorithms are starting to work because I'm getting a lot of bands that Don't have a lot of follows, maybe 200-300 listens a month.
All right.
Great fucking bands, though.
I got one of those too.
Yeah, so let's break it down. I mean, first things first, we'll talk about Aerosmith.
Did Steven Tyler rape somebody in a telephone booth again?
Can I help you, sir? Yes, what is this? Huh? This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I thought you were dead.
I mean, okay, it's sad that they didn't have like a big farewell. How do you do? They were gonna do it, but then Steven Tyler's voice was shot. Dude, they're in their 70s, man. They don't have anything to prove, and people are sad. I'm like, even the Stones, man. I love the Rolling Stones. I love them, but they're fucking old, man.
Well,
Like,
like
just
that.
let it go.
They're so old. Did you see that picture that's making the rounds of fucking Mick Jagger at the Olympics?
No.
And there's a kid sitting next to him just on his phone. It's like when you're a millennial and you're so engrossed in your phone that you don't realize you're sitting next to Mick Jagger.
Yeah, I mean, these bands, I get it. It's in your blood, man. As being a musician myself, it's something it's very hard to turn off. Although I fucking turned off for about a year. I mean, Aerosmith, it would have been nice, but at the same time, it's just like, dude, you have nothing to prove.
Yeah.
It's fine, you know. Yeah, you know, Steven Tyler looks like my aunt at this point. Like, just let it go.
Yeah. No thanks. Don't
in
need
other
it.
news, just real quick, I mean,
Give it to me.
one
Give
of
it
the
to me.
things we were going to talk about is Marilyn Manson.
Whatever happened? Well, he got his rib removed so he could suck his own dick, right?
That was the
He was the
rumor.
kid from Wonder Years.
Yeah, all that. Actually, his autobiography is a really good read. It's a really good read.
I'll take your word for it.
But
I'll wait
he's
for the
been-
movie.
He's been kind of on a downslope for a while. He had
Well,
some problems
had
with some.
He had some.
He had a bunch of those. But it's like I said on the Hey Pal, What's New Facebook. I love a good redemption story.
Oh yeah.
He just came out with a new single, which we'll talk about, and he's opening up for Five Finger Death Punch.
All right. I told you.
and-
I always tell the story. You know where I discovered fucking Marilyn Manson?
How?
They opened up for 9 Inch Nails when I saw them in Albany.
I saw them. Oh yeah, I saw them on their. It was Danzig, Korn, and Marilyn Manson.
Jesus Christ.
Korn's first record, Marilyn Manson's first record. Fucking both bands destroyed to the point where I'm a huge Danzig fan of Misfits. I watched Danzig for about 3-4 songs, and I'm like, can we just go? Like, Marilyn. They were the last song, Lunchbox. Well, there was that one point. I think we've talked about it on the pod before, where
Yeah.
you know, he had the whole crowd spit on him. Then he stripped naked and he ran off, and it was just like. But he's had a lot of demons that he's dealt with. He started looking like my fat uncle for a while, but he has this new song out, and he's touring with Five Finger Death Punch. I watched some of it. He looks healthy. He's sober. He's thin. He looks great. The new song is very good.
He'll be dead in 6 months.
He's got.
You heard it here, people. You know what's going to happen?
Place your bets. Place your bets.
In 6 months, we're going to come on the podcast, and you're going to go, so, John, what's going on in the news? And I'm going to go,
Say it ain't so. Not Marilyn. I mean, look, I love.
just after New Year's. He's going to fucking OD on New Year's. You watch.
All right, place your bets, everybody.
Place your bets, everybody.
But he's got his band is he's got. First of all, he's got Reba from Code Orange, the female.
Right.
She's fucking awesome.
Okay.
And Piggy. Twiggy.
Twiggy.
The band sounds great. He sounds great. He looks good, and I'm fucking happy for him, man.
Yeah, I saw that new song. I was listening to it because you had posted it on the Facebook page, I think.
Yeah, and some of his later albums and stuff like that. Like he's had some really. He's an artist that a lot of people gave up on because he kind of just was kind of dialing it in for a while.
Right.
But even some of his later albums, like I really like. I like a lot of his stuff.
So is this just a single that's out right now?
Just a single. He does have a full album coming out, I believe, in either this month or next month.
Okay.
But he is touring. Sounds great, looks great, and his band is killer. So good for him. And then you posted the thing about the Loserville tour.
Oh my God.
With good old Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman. Oh shit.
How
does he get up there and think that sounds good?
His guitar solo is making the rounds.
Well, Randy, you tuning son of a bitch.
Oh God, but yeah, there are people that follow him and are making a big you see the crowd. He's playing early.
They're like red. They're like Corey. They feed it. They feed the.
I don't know, but he's trying his hardest. Oh, Corey, he was right, as we know. Corey
he was right.
He's trying, but man, and there are people just ironically like going nuts over it. Watching him. I mean, I did tell the story about.
He thinks they're serious.
Yeah, he thinks everybody's loving it, and they're like, "You're a fucking joke." I mean, but he was. Look, I saw him 20 years ago at Tuxedo Junction.
Doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've told the story on the pod where I got rip-roaring drunk. Me and my ex-wife went to go see Corey Feldman, and I stood in the front and heckled him the whole fucking time. Drunk Greg. He's like, this next song, I'm like, Chopper, sick balls. He goes, your father stormed the beach in Normandy. He goes, and he looked at me like he was just like, I'm going to fucking get, and he was supposed to do a meet and greet. He did not do a meet and greet because he was like, these people are goofing on me the whole time.
Your girlfriend's like, his guitar playing reminds me of the child who plays for his parents, and they're like, yay, good job, Jimmy.
Yay,
Timmy.
Yay.
But that's.
It's like the hot chick who sings karaoke, and everyone's like, you're really good.
He reminds me of that person who, like, I honestly think what he does, he's got lyrics for a song, and whatever fucking guitar thing comes into his mind, he starts playing it, makes the lyrics fit it, and the next time he plays it, it's completely different fucking music.
We love the Corey. He's the comeback king. I mean, what are you going to do? It's good. But let's get into some music that's actually out there. I mean, we got a bunch. I mean, we're catching up a little bit because we were gone for a while.
I Want to Be a Chicken?
We got a lot of stuff on here. Let's see. You put on, we talked about Paranoid Trust Fund. Jane's Addiction got a new song out. My boy JohnAlex played it for me, Imminent Redemption.
It sounds like Jane's Addiction, but I don't think it's that good.
Well, now is Dave Navarro back in with them? Because I think he was out for a while because he had the long-lasting COVID. He had the Barry Mangione disease.
He got long-haul COVID?
Long-haul COVID. I think he is back with them. So, yeah. I mean, let's see. Other news on here, there's a whole bunch, so we're going to do a lightning round here. And you can actually check all these songs out on our Hey Pal What's New 2024 playlist. Listen to all these songs because some of these bands, there are some that are fucking great that you probably never
Jane's
heard.
Addiction is coming to New York City on September 10th.
That's good.
That's okay. September 25th, we'll be going to see the Reverend Horton Heat.
That's right. Yeah, that's a local jam. Yeah, I mean, look, I saw Jane's Addiction with Flea. I'm good.
Same.
Let's see. Other songs here. We got Fuck What You Heard from the mighty Body Count.
Body count, motherfucker.
Body count, motherfucker. They get better and better. I don't know how. In the beginning, they were horrible. Now they're just like, they're actually really trying. Let's see. Another single came out by that band Drug Church.
Yes.
Who I saw open up for at Alkaline Trio. They're a great fucking band. They have a new song called Demolition Man, which is great. A Sack of Sin band. You remember that Sack of Sin?
I remember those guys.
Yeah, whatever happened to them. But 49 Feet High, that band. They have a new song called Complaints. They're fucking great, man. I love that band. They go out and check them out. They've been putting out some really, really good stuff. Let's see. Keeping it local again, the keyboard player in the Split Decision, his daughter, Grace Kelly's got another single out. Nothing
Grace
Ever
Kelly.
As It Seems. Dude, I'll do the Pepsi Challenge with her and fucking Billie Eilish and all that stuff. She's great. She sounds... And she's doing it at home on a fucking garage band. And it sounds amazing. She's got a great voice, so check her out. Now, there's some bands that I saw on here. There's two. I'm not going to go through all of these, I think, because there's a lot. We talked about Marilyn. Was it you or Justin put on Laura Jane Grace, singer from Against Me? She has a new song called Karma Too Close. It kind of reminds me of, that's...
I think that's Justin, the Pink J.
Yeah.
He is a bit of a pinky.
That is, I know he's big into Against Me and Laura Jane. He likes that band. It was Laura Jane was one that transitioned, much like Mina, and it's really weird because they still have the same voice, but now they're a woman, which is good for them. They're happy. It's just always weird hearing the same voice come out and it's a different person. Let's see, what else? I'll do this one real quick.
Can I help you, sir? Yes, what is this? Huh? This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I thought you were dead.
Hey kids, Bullet Boys have a new song out.
Who?
The Bullet Boys, you know. Smooth opinion for
Nope.
the love of money.
Oh,
No?
yes.
They have a song called Holy Fuck. And yes, holy fuck. Look,
Holy
Bullet
fuck.
Boys did put out some better stuff over the years. This is not it. Anyway, moving on. Now, what I'll get into, I mean, like I said, go on the playlist. There's new Pixies, Chicken.
Oh, wow. I was playing it before.
Rhode Island Red, they should have called it.
They should have.
Rhode Island Red!
Let me jump into it real quick because it's just too ridiculous. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Is this on?
Right now, poor Kim Deal is scratching her vagina going, something's wrong.
Sometimes I feel like a chicken, pecking my way through the trees.
Yeah, thanks, Frank Black.
You guys wrote Doolittle. What the fuck happened? Come on. Yeah, you got rid of the deal. That's what happened. That's the deal. So really what I want to get into is there's two bands that I really want to highlight this week because, like I said, my Facebook algorithm has been, tripping the light fantastic here. There's two bands that I found that are really, really good, besides the ones we just talked about. One is a band called Cure for Youth. Popped up on my Facebook, clicked on it. I was like, I'll check it out. They have a song called Life Without Loss. They have a few songs out.
Is it on the playlist?
Yes. Really, really good, man. It reminds me of Left of the Dial, Images, kind of Killing Joke, that kind
Which one
of
is it?
gothy. It's called Cure. The band, it's right above Chicken. It's a song called Life Without
Oh
Loss.
my god, this is a long fucking playlist,
Got
bro.
scanned all the way to the bottom, bitch. You gotta get down there.
Where are we?
You gotta take it to the base.
Life Without Loss.
Very Joy Division kind of.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Like I was playing it, was it yesterday? And I was like, who the fuck is that band? I'm like, you would have thought they came out in the late 80s, but no, they're new. Cure for Youth, so definitely check them out. Another band that's on here that I just want to touch real quick, touch them in appropriate places. And oddly enough, the song is called Everything I Touch. It's by a band called Junior Juggernaut. Another LA band. Gives me definite Husker Du vibes.
All
Bob
right.
Mould. They have a song, Everything I Touch. They have a couple of other songs out now. Definitely check them out if you're into that, like, kind of. I mean, it is kind of. They do sound a lot like Husker Du.
Okay.
Even the voice, he's very Bob Mould. But fucking great, man. But definitely check those two bands out. Those are the two that I really wanted to highlight for this week. And then the weirdest thing I saw was there's a group called Ben Living. I put them at the end. What they do is I put a song on the playlist called "They're Coming to Get You, Barbara." It's they take horror movies and put like beats to them, and they use them. It's very weird.
Let me see. It's the last song
The
on the
very
playlist?
last song on the playlist. Because I was like, whoa, what else did they do? The beat kind of got me. I was like,
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're acting like a child.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
it just
Stop
sounds.
it!
All right.
It doesn't have any lyrics in it. It's all just like parts of the music. And I'm like, what else do they do? They do Poltergeist. They do all kinds of weird shit. So,
There was.
but they're called Ben Living. So
Ben Living.
Yeah, check them out, man. But that's pretty much it for the music news, man. There was a lot of stuff on there.
There was one other song that I didn't put on our playlist, and it reminded me because you were talking about how like it starts feeding your algorithm. Like, check these guys out. And it's a band called Girl Scout.
Okay.
Of course.
Female.
It's a girl band.
We love the female bands here.
I fucking love it. And they're actually, I don't know how to describe them.
Sometimes it's good when you can't describe a band. That means they're doing something cool.
This song came up in my mix, and I was just like, oh man, I'm grooving it. I'm in the car, I'm just like,
I dig it.
yeah,
Got a
it's
good
very,
guitar sound.
very. I don't want to say Sonic Youth-ish.
She could sing better than Sonic Youth. I mean,
Yeah.
I love Kim Deal, but I mean, is it Kim Deal?
No.
It's Kim Gordon.
Kim Gordon.
Thank you. My head's a little fucking.
Cold road cunt.
How will you explain that?
I don't know, Greg. How are you?
Bloody damn it!
I mean, we're gonna put.
Garbage.
Let's just keep it going.
Pineapple.
Yeah, but yeah, we're back in the swing of things, kids. We'll be hopefully we'll be doing this every week now.
Yes.
Moving forward, you know.
I'll roll the air conditioner down here, cool it off a little bit.
Yeah, get it all nice
Dude,
and
the
chilly.
weather's been motherfuck. It's been humid and rainy for like a week straight now.
It's been fucking swampy.
I feel like I'm in the Pacific Northwest.
I know. It's like fucking. I feel like I'm in a rainforest cafe without the delicious appetizers.
Well, look, Big Ange hit me up after my fucking rant about the chicken parm.
Did he get back to you?
He did.
Oh, nice.
He private messaged me. He's like, dude, he goes, I know those guys over there. He goes, they're really great. That place has always been good. He goes, I don't like to shit on restaurants in public. And I said, Ange, I don't either. I said, but this is not a first incident. I said, a couple of weeks back, I ordered the chicken parm from there, and it was the same thing. It was shit. It's a place called, I'm going to fucking call him out. It's a place called Cosmos in Poughkeepsie. Now,
is this like I've eaten at a Cosmos before. It's like a chain, right? It's
Yeah.
like kind of like a.
It's not a chain.
An
It's
Olive Garden kind of thing.
I don't think it's that widespread.
There is one in Middletown. I know.
Yeah,
we've
it's
been to that one.
it's one of those like it's like Giacomo's Pizza around here. There's like 10 Giacomos, and I know Giacomo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Giacomo.
His kids went to school with my kids. I actually know Giacomo. It's like that. And when I tell you, dude, I'm not exaggerating. It was like they took old pasta out of a container.
Okay.
That had some sauce to keep it all from clumping. You know when you take like your pasta and you throw some sauce on it and mix it up so they don't stick together when you put them in the fridge?
Yeah.
It's like they took that out, threw it into the container, went in the fridge, grabbed a chicken cutlet, threw it in the container, put a spoon of sauce on it, threw 2 slices of fucking mozzarella cheese on top of it, threw it in the microwave, and hit 2 minutes.
Really?
Oh, there's no sauce on the pasta. There's no sauce in the bottom of the chicken parm.
But you also got it takeout, right?
Yep.
See, takeout, some things don't translate well in takeout.
And I even said to, because I was going back and forth with a woman who like responded to me from Cosmos and was like, I was like, what kind of a fucking Italian restaurant doesn't even give you bread with your dinner?
Yeah.
Even I know it's takeout. I don't expect a loaf of bread, but you didn't even give me like 2 slices of Italian bread to be like, oh, to dip in the sauce. You know why? Because there's no fucking sauce.
See, you gotta sauce that shit up.
When you hit the fucking pasta with your fork, it just broke apart. That's how I knew it was old.
That's what you call bullshit and jive.
I did call bullshit and jive.
Full disclosure, I have eaten at Cosmos in Middletown, and we've eaten at the place, and it was really good. I had a pasta that was really good, very saucy, but.
How do you fuck up a chicken parm, though? That's like a staple of Italian restaurants, dude. Chicken parm.
My 18-year-old daughter made a whole tray of chicken parm. It was delightful. It was good stuff.
I was in the kitchen butterflying my breasts. I was in there, dip it in the flour, dip it in the egg, dip it in the breadcrumbs, fry it lightly in the pan.
It looked fabulous.
It was fucking fabulous.
Made me want to go to freaking Gigi's. There's a place, Gigi's, I used to work.
Well, Ange hit me off with another place. He's like, try this place. So next time I order out, I'm going to check the place that Angelo told me. I just, I get that it's takeout, but there's no level of quality to what they sent. Yeah. Even Kate's dinner, she got the, it was like a spaghetti with shrimp.
Okay.
Or linguine with shrimp or something like that. Angel hair pasta with shrimp.
Yeah.
And let's put it this way. She didn't finish it and put it in the fridge. And it has since moved to the garbage. That's how good it was that she was just like, oh, I want to finish that.
That's a damn shame.
Yep. And that was our anniversary dinner.
Boo.
2 of us have been feeling like shit. And I was like, you want to go out? And she's like, not really. I was like, yeah, me neither. I was like, I feel like shit. She's like, maybe we'll just order in. And I was like, okay. It was one of those we ordered in just for us and didn't get anything for anybody else. We're like, nobody else is getting food. You're like, oh, you didn't get anything for us. Like, this is our anniversary dinner, okay?
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
You got adults in this house. Go fucking.
I love. I don't know if your
them all,
kids do
too.
this. I don't know if your kids do this. They're like your 18-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like, we got nothing to eat. Well, you got a fucking car, and there's a grocery store down the street.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Violet comes down. She's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, you know where the kitchen is.
That's right.
I don't expect her to make a freaking gourmet, Cornish game hen.
Well, that's what Manal's for.
Yeah, exactly. She does. She's. I mean, now that she's doing the part time in Uncle G's during the summer, cannolis ahoy.
I gotta find out if my daughter wants me to wait for her to watch Game of Thrones, but I don't think I can.
No. All right, so we did it, man.
We did it.
We're gonna put back on the AC and cool our balls off together.